following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, wanna be Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Here we go. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have a fun show for you guys today. We had some difficulties, so even though we advertised certain guests, they're not going to be on the show. Our first guest, Hannah Fierman, is on her way flying to a new movie, and she was supposed to be in her hotel room this morning, but the planes got delayed, and she's in the air flying, so she can't come on the show. So I asked our good friend Jeff Caperton to fill in for a little while. So he's going to come on and fill in today, and we can talk about some of his new stuff, because I didn't even know it, but he was one of the stunt performers on F1, the Brad Pitt movie with 4 Academy Award nominations this year. So it should be cool. And then our second guest is Matt Axton. He's a fabulous musician, and he's also has real famous family and stuff, so it should be a lot of fun. So we're going to have a good show today. I like to wring my hands.
I know, but you look like a crazy fuck.
That's okay.
No, crazy people in nut houses wring their hands all the time. They're like this.
So in the meantime, we've got people joining us in the chat room. It's going to be fun. Hello, Stefan Daniel Bell, Angela Joseph, 2 Wednesdays off in a row. It's nice to see you. Cindy Lady Lake is in the chat room. So hello, everybody. We're going to have a lot of fun today on the show. We also have a couple little videos that we made for Ron to promote some of his projects that we're going to be putting out. And we're going to play that. And also, we're going to play a music video before Jeff comes on.
And you can watch me tongue kiss my dog.
There you go.
Why do dogs like to tongue kiss? They love to lick our tongues. And it's very bad because they're full of germs. Don't lick my tongue, you little pervert.
Even though you don't have a problem, he kisses us all the time.
I'm your father. You don't tongue kiss your father.
He just licks you all over. But if it goes in your mouth, then it goes in your mouth.
If it's a little girl dog, you tongue kiss her. But you don't tongue kiss your father.
So I want to tell everybody you can listen to the Jimmy Star Show. We're on YouTube Live and we're on YouTube Live on Wednesdays through our station W4CY Radio. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Libsyn, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and there's like 150 million more of them, but those are the biggest ones. So we let everybody know that. And do you have anything you want to say, or you want me to play your little videos first?
You can play my videos, but I'm worried about my eyes are itching. And now I see all over Facebook they have this thing about eye bugs, little bugs that live in your eyelashes. What the hell is that?
We don't have that.
I don't know. They scare the shit out of you in Facebook.
You got to quit reading all the fake shit on Facebook.
No, when you read Facebook, you could kill yourself because you got everything they have. Every disease, you're going to die in a week. I mean, Facebook has really turned to shit.
Also, though, if you click on one ad on Facebook, then all your ads will be that. Like I clicked on an ad for a knee thing for people with bad knees, and now every ad is knees. Comes on knees. I also get a lot of toy ads, which I like, but don't buy toys on Facebook, you guys. I've done it twice, and they were total crap. Like totally misrepresented. And Ron bought a Marilyn Monroe doll that looked like it was going to be like this, and it was this big. It was like 2 inches tall for $30.
Look at him, how he's licking my knee, my bad knee. Bad knee. I had it done. It should be a good knee, but it's a bad knee. In fact, right after the show, we hop in the car and we go to Loma Linda, a very good hospital 40 miles from here, for a second opinion on why Jimmy and I still have pain in our knees.
Yep. That's what we're doing today.
It really stinks. I would not advise you to have the operation unless it's a necessity. You're crippled, because I was better off before the surgery. I could tolerate the pain, and I used to get shots that were some kind of shit they poured in my knee to make it move. So I really didn't need the operation. And I really wish the doctor would have told me what it incurred. Oh, it's nothing. You'll be up and running around. No, it's a lie. They never told me that I would be in severe pain. They never said it would take 2 years to heal. And they never said I'd have one knee bigger than the other because it's always swollen. So, doctors suck. Money, money, money. They want money. And the doctors that work at the hospitals that I go to are very good hospitals. They're on salary. So the more operations they do, the more their salary is. So you see, we're victims all around.
So we want to give a shout out to B. Claudia, who's not with us. She's got the flu in Germany. So B, get well wishes. We hope you feel better. We think you're terrific, and thanks for all you do for us. And so what we're going to do, you guys, so Ron has 3 movies. One of them is called Clown Motel, 3 Ways to Hell. It should be coming out this summer, actually. We've already seen the movie. We've been to the premiere. So we made some promos, so he has his own posters for the movie. So we're going to do Rebel. We're going to do the one that says Clown Motel first. And what we're going to do, you guys, these are really short videos. We're going to play them 3 times so you guys can see them, and that way they show up great later on YouTube. But the first one here is Ron's personalized promo for Clown Motel 3, where he plays General Milan. He's definitely the best one in the movie, and he looks great too. And so enjoy, you guys. Check this poster out right
Who's
here.
a little prejudiced, do you think?
Clown Motel, 3 Ways to Hell. Take it away, Rebel.
That's my poster. Now, I wish that poster, when I have it, I'm going to mount it and put them all in my office in my new house in Florida. And I wish that they would come alive, the posters, but they don't.
That's funny. So then, you guys, we have another one, and this movie is available. It's on, I wrote Clown Fear, but it's not actually called Clown Fear, is it?
Yes,
it is called Clown Fear. This one's on.
It used to be Clown Road.
Oh, that's right, and they changed it to Clown Fear. Okay, so I'm not sure. I think this one's on Amazon Prime, you guys, but this is Ron's own poster for the movie Clown Fear. Take it away, Rebel.
Face your fears, for the clown's terror is but a shadow of the eternal judgment that awaits. Face your fears, for the clown's terror is but a shadow of the eternal judgment that awaits. Face your fears, for the clown's terror is but a shadow of the eternal judgment that awaits.
I love that.
When my daughters saw that poster, they said, "Oh shit, Daddy's playing a priest." Now that's a stretch.
That was so hilarious, you guys. I love it to death. So then, Dream Cinema Productions, you guys, is doing a new TV series. It's going to be on YouTube, and then after it's on YouTube, it's going to be on HBO Max, I believe, and Ron's going to be playing a mafioso. And the name of the TV series, now this one's a TV series, not a movie. It's called LA Story and LA Mob Story.
LA Mob Story.
LA Mob Story. And so we made this promo for him. Actually, they made the promo. We animated it. So here is Ron.
I love this one. I love.
This is Ron Russell in LA Mob Story.
My favorite.
Check it out. Here it is.
This one's a pisser.
Ron loves that one, you guys.
I love
He thinks
that one.
He sits and watches that all the time. He totally digs
I
it.
put it on my phone, but it doesn't shoot. It just stays there like a picture.
So that's it. I see they like the posters.
I love the posters. These are the new way to advertise your work. Instead of having trailers, which people can't sometimes play, we put up a poster, and the poster tells the story.
And we'll be making posters for everything.
And now with posters coming alive, they tell the audiences what the movie's going to be about and why they should see it. What put up the one about the future, the one we're looking for money?
Oh, I don't have that one because we
Jimmy,
didn't.
why didn't you have that?
Because we didn't make a movie of it. All we did was make a poster, and I had to send this stuff on Monday, and we did it yesterday, so we can do it next week.
Okay, next week we'll show you the poster of the movie that I wrote that I love, and it's called The Curse of Magic.
The Cursed Gift of Magic.
The Cursed Gift of Magic.
Yes, we'll have a poster for that one. We haven't made that one yet.
It takes place in 1943 during the war, and it's an Italian mafia guy married to a Jewish woman who's a bookie. And the two of them set out to help win the war. And it's a very funny movie. It's very campy and it's really funny. Anyway, we got to get that one made.
And we're working on it, you guys. Lots of big things coming up for this year. It's going to be a good year for us and hopefully for everybody else too. So next we're going to play a music video, you guys. It's by an artist named Gabe Lopez. It's featuring Belinda Carlisle for the Go-Go's. The name of the song is California Blues. This is kind of a tribute. So Gabe Lopez, I work with him at Spectra Records, Spectra Music Group, and Lady Lake, who's on social media and in our chat room, Lady Lake Music, Cindy Diadamo. We're both really good friends with him, and unfortunately he passed away 3 days ago from lymphoma, but this is a great song. We've played it many times on the show, so we say rest in peace, Gabe Lopez, and here it is, you guys. Gabe Lopez, California Blues. Enjoy.
When all the waves come crashing down and I get lost with you, I'm found. Oh, and we take on the neighborhood, the bad and good of Hollywood. Oh,
All the girls and demons collide.
at the sunset door,
It can change the stars in your eyes.
when I look into your California, California. You take away my California, California blues. And all the sinners wanna taste, they try to steal your heart away. Oh, but your love never disappears, like here the summer's for a year. Oh,
All the fruits of Malibu Drive.
to the sunset shore,
But it's all in Vegas, you're mine.
when I look into your California, California you take away my California, California
It's a Mexican kind of love.
that burns over to my veins.
You're the best that I've ever loved.
Hotel California insane.
So that's Gabe Lopez, California Blues. Now I'm going to do a little cool trivia thing just because I think it's cool and everybody will like it. But about 9 years ago, I think maybe 8 or 9 years ago when we were in Pennsylvania, we were friends with Michael Damian, and he did a movie called High Strung, and we went to the red carpet premiere and interviewed people in it. And the movie starred Nicholas Galitzine, who 9 years ago, nobody really knew who he was. Since then, he did High Strung. He was great. Ron interviewed him on the red carpet. You guys can see it on our High Strung. Actually, I'm going to try and pull that clip out so we could share it on social media. Then he did The Craft Legacy. Then he did Cinderella with Camila Cabello. He did Purple Hearts with Sophia Carson. He did the TV series Mary and George with Julianne Moore. Then he did a gay movie called Red, White, and Royal Blue, which was very fun. Then he did The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway, which is another great movie. And now, this summer, coming out, I think June 6th or something like that, he is He-Man from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and he is helming as the lead actor in a $200 million movie. And his IMDb numbers this week are number 2, meaning he's the second most looked up star in Hollywood out of all 11 million that are on there. So we want to give him a congratulations, and I feel cool that we got to interview him and meet him, and he was very nice then, and now he's like a superstar. So congratulations to him.
He was very, very shy, and he hadn't been interviewed often, and I knew that. So I was easy on him. I didn't do my crazy shit. And he was very sweet and very good looking, very handsome, cute little guy.
And he's ripped now, and I can't wait because the action figures for the movie will come out this summer, and they'll definitely go in my action figure collection on Jimmy Star, collector's corner.
And I talked to him about girlfriends and things like that, talked to young people about. He sort of avoided all of those questions. He really didn't answer much of anything. He was a lousy interview is what it was. He really didn't give me what I wanted.
Might have been his first interview ever.
It could have been. And I think he was afraid of me. My reputation follows my name. Most people, when they get interviewed by me, they know it's going to be fun and wild. And I don't think he was able to handle that yet. He wasn't that Hollywood. But he's a sweetheart of a guy.
And the interview is actually good. It's just, a first interview.
He's a sweetie pie. What was he?
Now he's ripped.
18 years old?
I don't know. He was really young when we met him.
How do you interview an 18-year-old actor? And
he plays a violinist. And High Strung is actually a very good movie.
The movie's great.
Done by Michael Damian. And
Michael Damian, of course, we love him, and I love his wife. They're lovely people.
And if you want to see another movie, check out The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway. It's really good. He's like a member of a boy band, and she's a MILF. And what do you call it? A cougar. She's a cougar, and he falls in love with her. It's a really, really fun movie. Also, we watched Jason Statham, The Mechanic, and The Mechanic Resurrection last night because we were looking for something to watch. And even though we had seen him, we watched him. And I'm only bringing it up because Ron really likes Jason Statham, and he's got a brand new movie coming out Friday called Shelter. Which I think is going to look really, really good. And the other big thing that I'm looking forward to, you guys, in February is Scream 7 coming out. So those are all the fun things that are coming up, and I can't wait.
A lot of good stuff is next year.
Yes, this year. Later this year, yes. So we're going to bring on our first guest, you guys, Jeff Caperton. He's an actor, a producer, a stuntman, does race car shit. He does all kinds of cool stuff, so let's bring him in.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on the show.
Jeff sent me his new promotional pictures of him in underwear.
No, Jeff in underwear has to be really a lumpy situation. Jeff, you're
yes,
hung.
Sir.
You're very hung, and you're very. Oh yeah.
As far as anyone knows, sure, yeah.
You're very hung, but I men that are extremely hung, I hear, can't get really hard.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No, that is absolutely not true.
haven't you heard guys that have 11, 12 inches, they can't get it up, they can't get it high?
Well, yeah, I've heard that. I don't have that problem. I don't have the 11, 12 inch problem,
I'm going to spread the rumor because my talking about you being hung, you got all Palm Springs now. Because it's all fags here, everybody's there. So you got all the girls, all the boy girls. There'd be
Oh, okay.
And I also say though, you look like you've been working out a lot. Like you look like you shed some weight, and you look a lot more ripped. I mean, you were always ripped, but now you look more ripped.
Actually, no, I've been like really a bum since before the holidays. And I just recently, I started to get back in the gym and I was getting back on my routine. But about 2.5, I guess, weeks ago, I did a bar fight scene for a music video. And it was an unusual deal. It was a music video. So it's basically the singer standing in front of the bar singing while there's this bar fight going on behind him. So each take was like almost 4 minutes long. And after doing that over and over and over again, I ended up injuring both my shoulders. And so right now, working out's not in the game.
Are you allowed to say whose music video it is?
No, not yet.
Okay,
So,
not yet.
yeah.
But you can't
So-
push it around like you're 21 anymore, you know. You
No, I
gotta-
can't. And I'm coming to find that out. I'm finally starting to accept that a little bit. I'm
Trust me,
backing
when you
off
get-
on some of the more physical stuff.
When you get to be 85 like me, your mind makes appointments your body can't keep. You've heard that.
Yes, I've heard it. I'm feeling it
An
right
old
now.
expression. It's true. You can't do anything anymore. I used to be able to flip cinder blocks around like they were dominoes. Now I have to say, Jimmy, come lift this cinder block for me, because I do work in the patio. I'm building little walls and
Right.
stuff in the garden, and I can't do shit. I can't lift any.
Yeah.
I have no strength. It's horrible. I can't even walk anymore. Age, it sucks. It really does.
So I have a
Yeah,
question
it
for you.
does. Yeah.
Texas. Are you cold? Is it cold in Texas?
Yeah, it was cold. It got cold in Houston. It didn't get crazy cold. I had to go to Fort Worth Sunday and Monday, and it was crazy cold in Fort Worth. It was like 13, 14 degrees with a wind chill of like -10. And it was
That's
just
unusual though for Texas, right? You don't usually get that.
It
cold.
is. North Texas gets it worse than we do, but that's even cold for them. But here in Houston, I think it got into the low 20s a couple of nights, but that was as cold as it got. It's cold.
You like living in Texas?
I do.
You seem
It's
to
where I
be-
keep ending up. I've moved around a few times. I moved to LA a couple of times, and I keep ending up back here somehow. But
the first time I drove cross country, I stopped in Houston and I had a nervous breakdown after 5 minutes. And I had to
traffic over there.
I had to get in the car and drive out of there. I had just driven 12 hours through Texas. You know, Texas is,
Oh yeah, El Paso to Houston is almost 900 miles.
and coming from New York, it was anyway. I never understood how people could live anywhere but New York City. No, really, I never understood it. I thought it's a thing. Now I wouldn't live in New York now if you paid me, especially with that mayor. No way. You know, when I live in New York with that communist bastard. But it's nice now. I go through Texas and I like it. Texas has evolved.
Yeah, it
Forget
has.
talking about 1960. Back in 1960, Texas was a little hokey.
It's still a little hokey, but it's better.
It's kind of the place to be though right now. Everybody's opening
It
studios.
really is.
Yes.
Everybody is. My brain just went completely blank. Taylor Sheridan just opened the largest studio in Texas up in Fort Worth. And Netflix is about to open one. Amazon's about to open one, both in the Austin area. We've got
I think the Shazam guy is opening one too.
yeah, could be.
The guy who plays Shazam, I
They're
forgot his
opening
name.
studios
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah,
They're opening
and-
up a huge studio in Florida because the inside gossip I get is
Mhm.
nobody wants to work in California anymore. And California has the
We can't
climate.
afford it.
We need the
That's the
climate.
climate, but
So
you
now-
have to pay for that climate.
Yes, you're right.
So
you can't
now
afford it.
we're transferring everything to Florida because
Yeah.
everybody's moving to Florida.
Also, I think Netflix is opening in New Jersey one too.
So we're
Yeah.
going to have plenty of studios. Let's hope we have work.
Yeah, let's hope we have work. We just passed a new incentive program here that just took effect in January. So we're expecting more work, and we hope there is, because like I said, a lot of these studios have made big investments here. Joe Rogan and his guys, they've all moved to Texas, and now we've got Woody Harrelson living here up in Dripping Springs, and we've got Roseanne Barr just moved here, and a whole bunch of other people. So all the comics are moving here. Texas is going to be the center of the comedy scene, I think.
It's
here very
funny.
soon.
Woody Harrelson used to live in LA next to Sue Wong. He used to live next to Sue Wong in
Who?
LA. Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
When?
back in the day, back when we used to hang out with Sue Wong.
He never lived next door.
He
to
did
us.
too. He was our next door neighbor, like not next door, but like right there within the
Yeah,
block.
in the same shitty part of town. Sue Wong's house was magnificent. Her house was 1926. It was a mansion.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, Jeff, you never came? You never went, right? Anyway, she
Out
doesn't
to
have
her
that.
house, no.
Okay.
It was breathtakingly magnificent.
Yeah. I did see Ruta Lee's house, which is
They were
fabulous.
shitting in the
Yeah.
street. They were shitting in the street because it's on Western.
Oh, I saw the picture.
Mm.
I literally took a picture of a guy like a block away from where you go up to get to Sue Wong's house, and he's literally dropped his pants and was pooping on the sidewalk. And I took a picture, and I was cleaning out photos yesterday on my phone, and I saw the photo.
What part of town is that in? What part of town?
It's on Western Avenue, off of Western
She
Avenue.
lived up all the way
Like
up,
Silver Lake or?
all the way up on Western, past up in the hills.
Yeah.
Near the beginning of the hills.
Yeah.
And that was a house that was owned by Howard Hughes, by everybody.
Mm.
Rudolph Valentino danced on those floors. I
Wow.
mean, it was just a history. When I was in that house, I went back to the day. I really thought it was 1926. It was
Oh,
so.
nice.
I love that house. She
Yeah, that would
sold
be
it.
cool.
She sold it. Now she's in some little shitty house.
Yeah. So many of the great homes in LA, Beverly Hills and Brentwood and all that are either being torn down or so heavily remodeled you don't recognize them. And it's really kind of sad when you
No.
think about the people that walk the halls of those homes.
Yes. Well, when in 1960 or 61, when I was a hippie, we all used to live up on Beechwood. Beechwood was the street of hippies. And they invaded all those beautiful mansions and wrecked them. The hippies ruined them, made them like weird. And nobody would go there. So the Hollywood sign that was built to advertise the houses that I'm talking about was trash.
Yeah.
Jeff, you could pick them up for $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 because they were in shambles. They were ruined.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah. Just a lot. Yeah.
You can't touch them for 15, 20 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Just a lot would be a
culture
fortune.
of neighborhoods change in California.
Yeah,
What's it-
I remember in 1985 when I first moved to LA, a friend of mine and I climbed up to the Hollywood sign back when you could still do that. And they were just covered in graffiti. Half of the letters were hanging down. I climbed up on top of the H and he took a picture of me sitting on top of the H. And I just found that recently. It's real fuzzy because it was a Polaroid and I had a scan of the old Polaroid. But yeah, I just remember going up there and thinking, God, they're all covered in graffiti. They look terrible. Now they maintain them now, but they really didn't do that back then.
I remember when one of the letters fell off and they left it without the letter.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, hello, wall.
Oh, I love it.
But
So are you working a lot lately? I think you've been doing some stuff.
Not really. I've been doing just some contract work and different stuff. There really hasn't been a lot going on. I think everybody was kind of waiting on the incentives to kick in Texas. And then I've got a couple of films that are still waiting on funding that I'm kind of twiddling my thumbs and trying to get a fire lit under those to get those happening. But otherwise, it really haven't done a whole lot. The last big screen, big movie that I did was F1, and we finished that in November of 24. So it's been a little over a year.
So congratulations
that.
on that. So I had no
Yeah, how
idea
about that?
on that. I looked at your IMDb this morning. I know it's up for 4 Academy Award nominations. And
It is. It's also up for an actor award, which is the old Screen Actors Guild Awards. It's the first year they've done an award for stuntmen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who got nominated? Did you get nominated?
The whole team got nominated, which is like
good for
80
you.
some odd people. So it's not like I did anything. It was 80 some odd people, so
That's awesome.
it was a tremendous.
I think we're going to be in a movie coming up soon.
Yes, we are.
We are, right?
Yep.
Yes, we are. A couple. There's a couple.
Two.
Just stick by
Yeah.
me. I'll make you look good.
Hook me up. Yeah, make me look good.
2 of them, actually.
I got to get working then if I'm going to stand next to you though and look good.
There you go. So tell us a little bit. I haven't seen F1. Is it a good movie? Did you enjoy it?
It's a great movie. It is a great movie.
We should watch it.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
great movie.
What movie?
It's
F1 is about the Formula One race car.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and what's wild, Brad Pitt's 60 years old, and he did, I would say, 95% of his own driving in that movie. They got him certified for F2, not F1. That takes too long. So actually, the cars driven in the movie, the team cars for the team that Brad is on, are actually F2 cars modified to look like F1 cars.
Okay.
Ron would love to do that, wouldn't you? You'd love to be like in a movie and drive race cars. You'd love to drive fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, what if I got to lose 3 or 4 years?
He loves it. He drives his little Audi and he loves to go zipping around.
Let me push my Audi. I drive a 30-year-old. How old is it?
No, 20.
A 20-something-year-old Audi convertible Quattro.
Yeah.
Turbo.
That car goes faster than most new cars today. It's a rocket, and I hit that pedal. I was driving with my friend, Jimmy's partner, Eileen. I was driving her up to
the mountains.
Idlewild. We were going to have lunch. And I was doing like 80 or 90 on those roads. I got caught. The cop got me. Oh, yeah, cop got me. He said, "What's your rush?" I said, "I'm old. I don't have time. I got to get up to Idlewild before I die." He started to laugh. He didn't give me a warning.
Right.
Well, when I took off, I hit him with 100 pebbles.
You have like no idea what going up to Idlewild is like. First of all, you're like 7,000 feet. There's no rails. You're gonna fall. It looks like you're gonna fall over, and it's just it's super curvy. I can't go. I won't even go up there.
What I like about Idlewild is, I told Eileen this before we took off. I said, "Eileen, wear a very loose bra, because the hills we hit, your tits are gonna bounce like."
Oh yeah, she's gonna get hurt. Yeah.
What we're gonna do is rent my car out to horny old men and let them drive you up to Idlewild, where they could watch your tits bounce out of your bra. The front wheels of my car, because her tits are amazing.
They're tremendous.
No, I've seen them. They're real. No, well, I'm gay. What the hell? I lay in bed with her. We talk on the phone. And I said, those tits are amazing. Don't they hurt? She said, no. I said, sometimes my dick hurts because it gets caught in places it shouldn't.
Right.
She said, no, my tits are fine. I said, it doesn't hurt when you wear a bra. You don't have dents in your shoulders. She said, no. And
can't sleep on her stomach either.
I mean, they're gigantic. they're really beyond human.
I love it. So you like the movie? Like, you recommend it?
I did. It was a good movie. Yeah, I went to go see it. I didn't get any kind of an advanced screening or anything of it. We went, a bunch of the stunt guys and I went, and I've got a lot of friends at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, the racetrack there where they do one of the F1 races, and they did some filming there as well. And a bunch of us went in a group to go see it. A bunch of the safety guys, and it was a good movie. And these are guys that know the industry, and they thought it was a good movie. Brad Pitt did great. I mean, considering he's 60 years old, he's out there driving an F2 car, at speed on the track. It was pretty impressive.
Have you ever driven like a car like that fast? Because I know you do a lot of stuff with like different kinds of races and stuff. Do you ever drive?
Yeah, the stuff that we were doing, we never got over about 100 or 110, which is nothing for those cars. That's like going in slow motion. But it's because you're filming it, and when you're shooting close-ups like that, you don't get the perspective of the speed. So there's no sense going that fast. It's safer to do it at the slower speed, and especially if you got a camera car or a camera crane in front of you, they can't do 200. So you end up doing everything kind of in slow motion.
What's the fastest you've ever driven a car?
A car or a motorcycle?
Either one. Give us both.
I had a motorcycle up to 176.
I would never do that. Like, that's
and
fucking
I've
crazy.
had a car up to about 144.
Okay.
Which is nothing for F1. F1 breaks 200 all day long. So
I used to have back when Toyota made the Celica Supra, and it was like 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. So I had one of those. I wasn't driving it. My friend who's a car driver drove it, and we got it up to like 140. But I was terrified. I was like, fucking, that's not me.
My Tesla S. We used to make a big deal about 0 to 60 in under so many seconds. My Tesla S does 0 to 60 in 1.8 seconds.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Back in the day when you were building the Long Island Expressway, and they were designing the Long Island Expressway that there are no curves in it, which there are none, because Long Island is Long Island.
It's Long Island, yeah.
Right. So they had cans. They had cans shutting off the part that they were building. Well, I had a 54 Mercury, all right, which was a V8, and my friend said, "Let's go on it and drag race. We'll go fit." So I put the pedal to the metal, I didn't even look at the speedometer because it went all as far as it could go. You know what happened? The tires started smoking.
Yeah.
The tire, you could smell the rubber
Mhm.
of the tire on the long.
Yeah.
And then the car just started to vibrate. It didn't stop vibrating. So I
Mhm.
think we went the max, which was 120.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
went
Cars weren't designed though to go fast like that. That's why you got the shaking and all that. Plus, you know, if something had happened, you didn't have the brakes to stop from going that fast either.
that car would never have
Yeah.
stopped. The brakes
Yeah.
would have burnt right out. You
Yeah.
kept going.
Yeah.
No. And when I had my Corvette, that was my daughters used to pray every time I got in it. They said, "Daddy, please, please." I said, "I can't help it. The car goes."
Yeah, that's his excuse for everything.
No, I don't do anything. I get in, I start it, and I'm doing 90. I don't know why.
No,
You've driven a vet, right?
Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah.
They go from the
It
minute
goes.
you turn.
In '85 when I moved to LA, I decided I wanted a Corvette, and I went down to test drive one, down to like Inglewood or somewhere to test drive one. And I'm out with the salesman, you know, in the car. We're on like a divided 4-lane road, and we're in the outside lane. And all of a sudden, this truck kind of pulls over in front of me, and I decide to go around him. And as I decide to go around him, all of a sudden, there's a car stopped in the lane that I'm in.
Whoa!
There's this little bitty gap in between me, and I just thought, I got to do this. And I hit the gas, shot up over, and went. And absolutely, I swear the salesman pissed himself. Had to. I almost did. Scared the living crap out of the salesman, but we did it. It was awesome, man. Just up and over and gone. And I mean, had inches on both sides, I think. Shouldn't have done it. It was bad. Don't do this at home, kids. It's not safe.
Jimmy still doesn't believe me. He says I'm a liar. I had a 65 Mustang. Hello, you know what they do.
Yeah, yeah.
I made it from Long Island to Los Angeles in a day and a half.
Whew. It takes me a day and a half to get there from Houston.
I was about, 65. I was 25. So the car didn't stop. And the roads, you know, there were very few police on the roads then.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was maybe more than a day and a half, but it was not more than 2 days. And that's a 4-day trip. So you can imagine the speed I was doing.
Yeah. My show car is a 2005 Mustang. And it's, of course, it's modified, but it's crazy fast. I can spin the tires in all 5 gears.
What does it mean, a show car? That's like your fancy
I've got a car that I use for doing. No, it's a car I use for doing stunt shows and stuff. I go out and do drifting and some track work, and I try not to crash it. I don't jump anything with it or anything. I'm not but we'll go out and do some drifting and some stuff with other cars. Zig and zagging out of other cars, and actually we're trying to sell that show more this coming up year because it has been slow. But a lot of these racetracks will hire us to come out and put on stunt shows. Mark Anthony Baca, he'll now go out and do some stuff.
Love him.
And a couple of different shows. And so
I never drive my Audi. I drive it very minimally because I don't want to ruin it. It's a show car. It's perfect.
But he does shows, actually.
That's a show car. This is actually for doing shows, and it does get torn up. But I knew that's why it's an older car. It's very easy to fix. And something does happen to it. It's not hard to fix, but it's crazy fast. Like I said, I can spin the tires in all 5 gears.
When I had my Supra, the reason I got rid of it is because the tires blew out so fast. And the tires back then, 20 years ago, the tires were like $300 a tire. And I used to blow them out all the time.
$1,000 now.
And we used to have the same problem. We had our Mercedes convertible, the tires blew out on us twice.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have a spare. Got rid of it, but those are my favorite. I did the costume design on Too Fast, Too Furious, and I love all those car chase types of movies. I think they're funny shit.
But all the cars I've had in my life, and I've had cars way back in 1950. 51, 1950. I had a 1950 Ford convertible. I loved it.
Yeah. My mom's favorite car ever was her 54 Ford. She talked about it. She passed away last year. She talked about that till the day she died. She loved that 54 Ford.
They were built well, and they had suspension that didn't make you nauseous. The shitbox we drive now, we drive a $90,000 Mercedes, ugly piece of shit.
She hates it.
I hate it. It looks like a Ford funeral car. Anyway, you turn a corner, you go out the door. It is horrible. The suspension is awful. I feel every bump in the road. If we get a speed bump, asshole, I fall. Anyway.
He can't stand it.
My car, my baby, my sweetheart, my Audi TT Roadster 04 takes bumps like you would not believe because the tires are this big. The chassis is built. It's a welded chassis, and it's built for my car. I've had people in my car say, "How old is this thing?" Because it looks brand new. I said, 20 years old. They said it drives beautiful, so smooth, because they made cars years ago. Now they make plastic. It's all plastic shit.
Yeah.
And the prices now.
Yeah.
I was looking at the brand new Cadillac convertible, 140,000.
Yeah.
Everybody can afford that. That's a very affordable car. You should have two, one for your wife and one for
Right.
It's unbelievable actually how much things cost nowadays. Like,
it really is.
And you're all plastic.
Simple things.
Like for 50 grand, you got like the greatest car ever. Now, like for 50 grand, you get a little piece of shit.
I'm going to stop talking with the best story you're ever going to hear in your life.
Okay.
The best. I owned a 1963 Thunderbird convertible with the top retracted into the trunk.
That's his.
And when I bought it, my mother said to me, "How much is that car going to cost?" I said, "Well, it's $4,300." Oh, Ronnie, that's the price of a wife. What are you crazy? you spend $4,300 on a car? Imagine. Now I would love one. I keep telling Jimmy, Florida, I want to get one. Guess how much?
Oh, no telling.
Well, anywhere from 58,000 to 100 and something, depending on the condition of the year.
On the car,
And that car was $4,000, brand new.
Yeah.
Wait, if you could have any car, like what kind of car would you want? If you could like drive anything, what would you want to drive?
Any car ever? I'm not really into the crazy cars like Lamborghinis and stuff. I mean, they're cool, but I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2". My wife one year for my birthday gave me a deal where you go out to the track and you get to drive one on a track. And I didn't fit in it because I had to wear a helmet. And when I get in with the helmet on, I had to drive like this. It was terrible. It was awful. It was miserable. It was a miserable situation. Those are cool to look at and everything. But just like my everyday driver, I have two cars. I have my Tesla S, which I love to drive. It's a great car, drives like a dream. I never thought I would like electric cars, but this car drives like a dream. And I have just the opposite. I have a Ford F-250 pickup truck that I absolutely love. My pickup. It's 7 years old. I love my pickup truck. So kind of right now I've got what I want. If I could go buy anything in the world, I had a BMW 650 convertible years ago that I really, really liked. I had it for 4 or 5 years. I really liked that. But really, I kind of got what I want right now.
I had an F-450, like totally souped up, fabulous with all the extras, and it was a great car. And I had the thing on the back, that covers it, that lifts with the lift or whatever. So you can put stuff in and it didn't get wet.
Put stuff in the bed and not get stolen or wet. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great car.
You said you couldn't fit in cars because of your helmet. I couldn't fit in cars because of my hair. I'm not lying. I
thought you were going to say because of your dick, but anyway, I'm sorry.
Right on a Porsche. I wanted to get the little baby Porsche. I went in it. I said, "What the fuck?" My shoulders were touching each door, and my hair was.
I can't do that.
So I went shopping. Now I got in my Audi TT. I said, "Holy shit! This is a little car with a full cabin inside. This is a big cabin. I fit beautifully. It's wide. It's a very low, wide car. Handles the road beautifully. You can do wheelies in that car."
Yeah.
So it's true. I'm 6'1". I used to be. Now I'm 6. But
I like the BMW.
Guys like us have to shop cars to fit.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. You can't just slide into anything. But
I like the BMW. I mean, the Mercedes that Wonder Woman drove in one of the fucking Justice League movies, the one where the doors open up sideways.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I like that.
You would want a Wonder Woman car.
And I also, but my favorite car is the BMW i8, which is like
that's an awesome car. Tom Cruise drove those in one of the Mission Impossible movies. That's the first time I ever saw one. It was crazy.
Marcel Waltz used to have one, and I was like,
did he really?
My God, what a beautiful car. Now he has.
I loved it because
they stole it on him.
the navigation view. It was really cool.
Now he drives like the Tesla truck thing, which I like. Ron hates it. but
Oh,
I think
does he? Really?
You know what, guys? All my life, I wanted bizarre cars, fast, crazy cars. Now, you know what I want? A Bentley.
Yeah, he wants
Yeah.
something.
I want my ass.
He wants a
Big,
convertible.
slow,
I
and
want
comfortable.
my ass to be comfortable. I want a comfortable
Yeah.
ass. We do
I
a
can
lot
be
of
comfortable
driving.
in a Bentley.
No, it's true. If my ass hurts, the car's no good.
My other
No,
car,
absolutely.
Mercedes-Benz makes the hardest seats, and the Germans love to sit on hard things. They like to be uncomfortable. No, really. Whereas the Italian cars, the ass seats are beautiful.
I
They
think he used to
Mhm.
have our car actually. Didn't you used to have like a GLE 350 or something?
Yeah,
one of
Heidi.
those?
My wife still has it. She drives a GLE, 2000, I think,
Does she
22 or
like
23.
it? Does
She
she
loves
like
it. Yeah,
I love
she
it too.
doesn't
I
get-
like it. He doesn't
she
like
doesn't
it, but
get
I like
banged
it's a great
around?
wife car. Yeah.
Oh, wait, she
it.
doesn't.
Thanks.
What do you say?
You said it's a great wife car. I said thanks. You know what I like a lot? My other favorite car is the Audi that fucking Robert Downey drives as Iron Man. Like
Oh,
that really
yeah.
cool Audi with the fucking
Yeah.
engine in the back.
No, I got in Sue Wong's car. Sue Wong has the Mercedes.
That's the Wonder Woman one.
yeah.
She said it was
With the
200.
butterfly doors or whatever you call them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
I
that.
think it was 200,000.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
And guess what? I was suffocating. I felt like I was in a bullet. It was so
Yeah.
tight
It's got that
inside.
long hood. Yeah.
Right. All that money and you got to be uncomfortable.
So do you think Ford is the best pickup truck? Because I see all the new pickup trucks commercials and stuff, and they all look really nice to me and everything.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I had
mean,
a Ford, so
I guess
No, I
say that
like
one's
the-
any better than the others. I've always just been kind of a Ford guy. You know, when I had my business, we had Ford trucks and done that. I had a Dodge, a big, not Dodge, Ram. They call it Ram now. A big Ram dually. You know, big 3500 Ram dually for a little while, and I loved that truck. That was just a great truck. It was just way too much truck. It was more than what I needed, and that's when I traded that and got this F-250, and I've been driving that ever since. But I've had a lot of Fords. I've never really had Chevys or GMCs, which are basically the same thing. So I don't know if one's actually better than the other, but like I said, I love my F-250. I said it's 6 or 7 years old now, and I'm not even thinking about getting rid of it. I love it.
I
I,
love
ne-
that too.
I
It has
never,
200,000+ miles on it.
I never owned a truck because I lived in neighborhoods where if you had a truck in the driveway, people didn't talk to you because you were common.
Oh,
You were a worker.
I'm pretty common. Yeah, ask my friends. I'm pretty common.
Listen,
I love them.
No, wait. The reason that they said you were common was because when these were mostly Jewish people, and Jewish men
Mhm.
don't know how to screw a light bulb in. So they called
No. They work in
called-
finance and medicine and everything. Yeah.
Wait. They called people to come and do the road work, the gardening, and they came
Yeah.
in trucks. So if you drove a truck,
Right.
you were common.
You were in service. Yeah.
Exactly. So you had to always put a very smart car in the driveway so you look like you had money.
Right.
Now you went in those people's houses, they didn't have any furniture because they couldn't afford furniture, but they had
Right.
a house.
Yeah.
So you see what bullshit we live in America sometimes?
Yeah.
I love
When my best friend moved to California, they moved down in Orange County somewhere, right on the beach on a cliff in a very hoity-toity neighborhood. And they had just bought a brand new, really loaded custom Chevy Suburban. And they wouldn't let them park the Chevy Suburban in front of the house. They had to park it behind the house because the homeowners association said it was a service truck.
See that?
Yeah, see, that's the way my dad. So my dad had a pickup truck and he traded it for a van, but he lived in South Palm Beach in a condominium and they wouldn't let him park it, and he had to park it he had to pay to park it someplace else.
I lived in Brooklyn, so they just came to make sure you didn't steal the car.
So I noticed on your IMDb since the last
Because you started with a screwdriver, it doesn't mean anything.
since Christmas time, we didn't talk about anything at Christmas time because we were doing Christmas. But I wrote because you're doing stunts a pretty lot. I wrote Last Kiss in Paris, On American Soil, Death Merchant, City of Insurrection, and then you have a movie that everybody should watch, Ambush.
Ambush,
Where's
great
Ambush
movie.
streaming?
Yeah.
Where's it streaming?
It's streaming everywhere. I know it's on Amazon, but it's on some other services too. I think it's on Apple and a couple of others. Ambush is a movie that my business partner Mark Berman and I. It took us, gosh, we started putting that movie together right after Dog Eat Dog We finished that in 2016, and we started working on Ambush right after. We were all ready to start filming. We were cast sets were built and ready to go down in Colombia in 2020. And literally 2 weeks before we were all supposed to leave to go to Colombia to start filming, COVID shut everything down. And we finally got everybody back together. We had to recast a few parts, but had to completely rebuild all of our sets because sets are not built to last. They're balsa wood and garbage. So all the sets had warped and with the weather, and because they were all built on a soundstage down in Colombia. And finally got it all together. Went down there and filmed the movie. We filmed a couple of scenes in Southern California, down in Riverside. There's a military museum down there, Air Force museum that we shot at. But that was the only stuff that was shot here in the U.S. Everything was shot in Colombia because it takes place in Vietnam. It's a Vietnam era movie, but it's a good movie. Of the movies that I've produced and had anything to do with, it's probably the best movie, the most entertaining.
Stars Aaron Eckhart, you guys. He's very A-list. Who else?
Aaron Eckhart, Collar Piallo. Gosh, I can't even think of everybody right now. I should have prepped for this. Connor Piallo is amazing, though. He was from that movie, that TV series with all the crazy teenagers. I can't think what it was called now. But when we got off the airport in Colombia, Connor got a lot of attention from the locals. But I can't even think of who else was in it right now. My brain's going dead. But yeah, it was a good movie. Aaron Eckhart did a great job. And yeah, it's streaming wherever. It's called Ambush, so check it out, or just go to my Instagram and it's one of the pinned. The trailer for it's one of the pinned.
Jonathan Rhys Meyers is in it.
Hold on a second, I lost my earpiece. I can't hear you.
Jeff, do you watch your movies?
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I dropped my.
Do you watch the movies you're in?
Have I? Yeah, I do. I probably shouldn't because I don't like to watch the movies I'm in. I don't like watching myself.
I don't either. I never watch my movies because the movies stink.
Yeah, most of the ones that I mean, I've been lucky. I've been in some really, really good movies, but some of the smaller budget things I've done are pretty bad. and I don't think I'm.
Deepwater Horizon was a good movie.
Deepwater Horizon was a great movie. Yeah, I died twice in that movie. So I was a stuntman, and you actually see me die 2 times because I was doubling for a couple of different people. So that was a great movie, and I got to work with Wahlberg. That was the second time I worked with Mark Wahlberg, and got to work with gosh, I can't even think. Kurt Russell.
What was the other movie you did with Mark Wahlberg?
Daddy's Home.
Oh, that's a funny movie.
That's a great funny movie.
Yeah,
and I actually got Deepwater Horizon because he remembered me from Daddy's Home, so that was great.
Oh, that's cool. That's even better.
Yeah.
Are you particular how you die in a movie?
Not really. I mean, I don't want to go out, being a wimp or anything, but yeah, I just would be the hero, I just would be the hero. I don't want to die of pussy or anything, but yeah, it's not really.
I like to work it where I don't like to die on the screen. So one movie I'm in, the big freaking rat. I die in the basement. You don't see me die, and in Clown Motel 3, you see me shooting the clowns, but you don't see the clowns killing me. Right. So
he also doesn't want red blood in his hair because the red blood doesn't come out.
My hair. So I've been very lucky that I've been working with directors who have understood my position. Yeah. There was a famous movie star of my day, and I can't remember who it was, if it was whoever, said, "I will not die on the screen." It was a big famous movie star.
Yeah.
And that movie star never died on the screen. And if the person did die, they did it like I do it. And because I don't think I could, I don't know. I don't even know why I don't like it, but I don't like it and I won't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. John Wayne only died 3 times on screen. All the movies he made, he only died 3 times on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sands of Iwo Jima, The Cowboys, and I forget what the other one was.
I don't ever want to be blown to pieces and parts.
Well, that's me because I'm a stuntman. So usually when I die in a movie, it's a big explosion or some kind of a big fall or a car crash or something. Just poof, it's over. So
What kind of stunts do you like the best? Like driving in the car? Is that more fun than like actually having to do something where you hurt your body? Or
I like driving, and believe it or not, I like high falls. I don't like low falls.
how high is high? How's the
I would
highest
rather
you've ever
fall.
fell?
I'd rather fall 5 stories than
No.
fall 5 feet. Because falling 5 stories, I land on a giant cloud of air that just wraps around you, and then if I fall 5 feet, I'm landing on about a 3-inch piece of styrofoam, and that hurts. And
No,
the
that's
lower I get,
funny.
the more it hurts. Yeah.
Have you fallen from 5 floors before?
Yeah. And I had a seventh floor fall booked, and it got canceled. But I was supposed to go to a 7th floor, and it was inside. You know how some of the buildings have a big atrium in the middle that goes all the way to the top? I was going to be it's from the 7th floor inside the atrium at the Dallas Fashion Mart, and it got canceled. There was some kind of a problem with something, and the fall was written
That's
out.
pretty far. That's far, 7 floors.
Well, I'm not allowed to do any of my own stunts in a movie because of my age. No, really. When we were doing Rat, I was supposed they made a rat the size of a Volkswagen, and the
Okay.
rat was supposed to get me by the no, it bites my leg off,
Mhm.
and I'm hobbling on one leg, and then the rat throws me against the wall.
Mhm.
We're about to shoot that, and somebody from I don't know where they came from came running over. Said, "Oh, we don't have insurance on you for this. And how old are you?" And I told him
He was about 80 then.
"Oh no, you can't do this. That's why I got killed in the basement."
They just came up with his arm or something.
They didn't just bring in a
You
20-year-old guy with a little white wig and put him in wrong clothes.
You identified me by my wristwatch that was on my arm that the rat ripped off when the rat came upstairs. So when you're my age, you can't do anything on a set except speak. No, really.
So wait, have you done stunts with because you've worked with John Schneider a bunch of times, right? Like
Not a bunch of times, but a few times, yeah.
You do stunts for John Schneider films too?
I didn't do any stunts in the movie. I played a paramedic in one of his movies, and I played a gambler in the other one. I did help when he was doing some live show stunts. I did help as part of the safety team on his stunt team, but I've never I didn't do any stunts in his movies.
In his movies, because he's really nice. He's been on our show twice. He was really
He's
nice.
a super nice guy. He's a great guy. I love John. He's rock star. And I introduced him to his wife.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
For that.
His new wife.
To
Yes.
his wife. Yeah.
Who's the most exciting person, or no, let me rephrase that. What star did you ever work with that you were so happy that you worked with that star?
You know what? I wasn't impressed when I got the job, but when I worked with him, because he's a big star and he gets a lot of credit for stuff, but I was really impressed by this guy. I was impressed by his work ethic and his attitude and by all the things he's done. And that's Mark Wahlberg. I actually was very, very impressed with Mark Wahlberg. And I realize it's easy to throw out a big name like Mark Wahlberg because he's so famous, but he's famous for what he does on the screen. The stuff he does behind the scenes, the screens, and his production company, and all the different things he does is just really impressive. He's a hell of a businessman. He's a super smart guy. The little bit I got to interact with him, we got along great. And then they asked me to come and do Deepwater Horizon specifically because I had done Daddy's Home, and they liked me. He uses a lot of the same people, and so they liked me. And somebody else I really, really enjoyed working for, and he just tragically passed away, is Rob Reiner. I did 2 movies for Rob.
Rob Reiner.
And the second movie I did was, again, it was a special request. My agent literally called and said he requested me. And so that was great. I did LBJ starring Woody Harrelson, and then I did Shock and Awe, which was, I had everybody in it. Tommy Lee Jones, I had everybody in it. I played a United States Senator in that one. But Rob was really cool. We were in New Orleans at Lakeside Airport shooting a scene for LBJ, which actually was supposed to be at Love Field in Dallas. And we're shooting the scene where the president and all of them get off the airplane at Love Field. And the sun we had clouds coming in, the sun kept going away. So we had to keep braking, for that. And we had like 200 extras, behind the fence line waiting to greet the president. And I'm a cop, I'm a uniformed cop out on the tarmac. And Rob's standing there between one of the breaks, we're waiting for the sun to come back out, and he and I start talking, and we tell some. He starts telling me all these. He was a history guy. He starts telling me all these details about when all this happened and things that LBJ did when, all this is what made him want to do this movie. And so we're literally talking for 20 minutes, and he tells me all this stuff. And he asked me if I was from New Orleans, and I said, no, I'm from Houston. And he goes, oh, okay, you live here now? I said, no, I drove in this morning. I got up at 2:00 this morning and drove in to come do this part. And he said, really? And he reached over and he bear hugged me. He grabbed me and gave me this big old bear hug and said, thank you so much for doing that.
That's
And
nice.
I look over and there's 200 extras over here behind this fence, and about half of them I know because I was working in New Orleans all the time back then. So about half of them are either extras or other actors, that I knew from other movies. And he gives me this big bear hug, and just about that time the sun comes back out and he just turns around and he goes, just starts screaming at everybody the way he does. All right, let's get going. Let's get everything back up. Let's get everything back to your ones. And starts screaming, which is weird because he had this way of screaming at you without you feeling like you were getting screamed at.
No, I
he
love
just
it.
screamed a lot, but he didn't feel like he was screaming at you. He was just screaming to get the job done. But I turned to all those extras, who I probably knew 30 of them. I said, nobody got a picture of that. Nobody snapped. You all got phones in your pocket. Rob Reiner's hugging me on it, and no one took a picture. I'm so pissed.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
He
he was a super nice guy. He and I didn't align on some things, but as far as just good people, he was nice to me and treated me very well. I liked him a lot.
I was actually so before Mark Wahlberg became Mark Wahlberg, he was Marky Mark, and I loved him as Marky Mark. And actually, so it was Marky Mark at the Funky Bunch, and I'm actually friends with the Funky Bunch. As a matter of fact, we might be bringing them on the show because they got
cool.
in April. They're doing a new song, the Funky Bunch, with CeCe Peniston, who's also a good friend of ours. So we'll probably bring them on and promote their new song when it comes out. But Mark Wahlberg's freaking awesome, and he doesn't make bad movies. I remember him back from when he was just getting started, and he did Fear with Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
And and it was such a good movie, and I was like, oh my God, he's really going to be good at this, because his very first movie was fucking awesome.
Yeah, but I could top you guys off
Okay.
because Sophia Loren, when I was with her in Hungary,
That's right.
she was starting off. She wasn't the star she is today, but she was the loveliest, most demure, charming woman I've ever met in my life. There was nothing coarse or harsh about her. She was very understated and very, very simpatica, and I fell really in love with her. And I was gay. I don't give a shit.
Oh, I can even tell just watching her that she's one of those people when she walks in the room, the whole room just becomes her.
Oh,
Yes.
Sophia became a great legend today. But I met her back in 1959.
So let's go. We only have a couple minutes left, but
And I was proud to be in a movie with her.
let's say any nowadays stars that are living. If you could work with anybody nowadays, who would you like to work with, male and female?
I'd love to work with Mark again, but in a way bigger part.
Yes.
I'd like to be like the in a buddy movie with him,
That would
like
be
some
awesome.
kind of a buddy cop movie or something. I think that would be
Did you see
tremendous.
Mark's work in the airplane with
Oh,
what was it? That movie's wonderful.
yeah.
Mark Wahlberg plays a criminal who gets in an airplane in a disguise to try to kill the witness that they're bringing in.
It has Michelle Dockery from Downton Abbey. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up.
I remember seeing previews.
It's on HBO Max. It's so good. We saw it in the theater and on HBO Max. We watched it twice.
Mark
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna
Wahlberg
look that up.
got an award for his performance. He
Yeah.
was absolutely the best, so far from who he is. His I said I would vote for him.
It was, it really is a good movie. I mean, almost the whole movie takes place with just the three actors in this airplane.
It's a wonderful. You would love the movie.
Yeah, it's a really good.
I'm going to tell my wife that we'll probably watch it maybe tonight because I was supposed to travel. I was supposed to be out of town today, and
I think it's
my
one of
job got
Mark's-
canceled. So
It's one of Mark's best works. So I think if you see it, and then when you see him and tell him you saw it, he'll be pleased.
yeah.
You please him.
But if I could pick anybody, if I could pick any project in the world, I would go do a buddy movie with Mark Wahlberg. So
Yeah, that's cool. I love that. Hang on, I'm trying to see what the name of that movie was, and I don't see it. Okay, give us.
I could get really artsy and artistic and think of something more impressive, but I really can't.
That's okay. What about who's a female? Not it doesn't have to be a love interest, just a female you'd like to work with, a nowadays lady.
I'd love to work with Jennifer Aniston. I think she's great. Also, well, you just said her name from Downton Abbey.
Yeah, that's Michelle
Lady
Dockery.
Mary.
Oh, I want to.
Yeah, Michelle
I
Dockery.
want-
That is the classiest lady I have ever seen in my life. That she is.
I want
she
to
is
work
something.
with her so bad. I put the feelers
Yeah.
out. She has to be in a mob movie because I'm always a gangster. So if
Yeah.
we ever get her in a mob movie, I think Michelle Dockery is the greatest
Yeah.
actress of our day.
It's called
Put her in the
Flight.
Magic movie. We could put her in the Magic movie.
I would love to put her in it. Yes. So
Yeah.
Flight Risk is the name of the movie.
Flight Risk. Okay.
Directed
Why
by
haven't I
Mel.
heard of that?
Directed by Mel Gibson, and the other star
Oh,
in it
nice.
is Topher Grace. So it's Topher Grace,
Oh, nice.
Mark Wahlberg, and Michelle Dockery all in a plane. That's almost the whole movie.
Yeah.
And
We're
Michelle
so
Dockery,
gonna watch that maybe tonight.
It's on HBO Max, I think. It was when we saw it, at least.
Michelle Dockery steals the movie. Mark Wahlberg
bet.
is fighting to steal the movie. So
Right.
you've got two super actors both fighting for the movie.
Battling it out.
Made
Yeah.
the movie great. That's what made
It
the
was so
movie great.
good. Ron
Right.
never watches anything twice unless it's a classic movie from like the 50s or whatever. And we watched
Right.
it twice, and we'll probably watch it again.
Well, I only watched. I only watched the old movies because I was friends with most of the people in them. Don't
Yeah.
forget, I'm 85. My
Yeah.
Hollywood years go back 65 years.
Yeah.
So I know a lot, and you know why? I love to watch them because they're all dead. Like I watch my Jane Russell movies over and
Yeah.
over.
hmm
I cry sometimes because I
Yeah. Oh,
miss
I bet. I bet.
Oh,
I only met her
miss-
once, but she was a classy lady. She was so nice.
Oh, I love her. I miss her friendship. I really
I
do.
bet.
Oh, I do. And Blackwell's friendship, I loved him too.
Hang on.
Anyway, you know, that's a sad part about growing old in our business. So many pass away that you've worked with. And you have such memories. It's sad. You get angry. Like, why did they die? They should get, like, why did Jane die? I wanted Jimmy.
Especially the ones that died younger. You know, anything under 80. You know, it's sad when they die that young. You know.
Well,
So,
I
Absolutely.
wanted Jimmy to meet Jane Russell so bad, and Mr. Blackwell, my two best friends.
Also, you guys, anybody who's watching the shows, Investors in Movies, we got a couple movies Jeff and I are doing. One of them is called Carnival, and it's a horror movie. One of them is called Cry Havoc, and Cry Havoc is with Adam Marcus, great director, great, huge horror director, and it's a type of werewolf kind of movie, and it's a trilogy. There's going to be
but
three
it's kind of a unique twist on it. And I tell you, I've been involved in a lot of movies. These are two of the best scripts I've ever been involved with. So I'm really excited to get these done. And I include the big budget movies I've been in. These are two of the best scripts I've ever been involved in. So I think once we get them going, I think they're going to do tremendous. And I'm excited about the Magic movie. I love that little story about
The Cursed Gift of Magic. You guys, is another one.
The Curse, yeah.
I think you guys
That's
will
an
love it.
amazing. That's a great script. So
That's my movie, right?
Yeah,
that's your movie. You wrote it, didn't you?
Did you read the script?
yeah.
Yes,
Did you understand the humor?
I did.
Because it's
I grew up in
all-
a Jewish neighborhood. I completely understood the humor. I grew up in a 90% Jewish neighborhood.
and,
I got it.
And the Italian humor, because it's
Right.
it's all Brooklyn humor, you know.
Right. Even though I grew up in Texas, I grew up in a Jewish neighborhood, and my best friend was first generation Italian.
Have you
So-
always been in Texas? I know you've moved other places, but you were born in Texas?
I was born in Texas. I moved to LA for a job at ABC for a show when I was 18. Literally packed up everything I owned in my little two-door car and drove out. I left on a Saturday morning, had to be there on Monday. And I lived there for several years and then lost my job at ABC when Disney came in and made a bunch of changes and tried to find another job out there and couldn't. So I came back to Texas, and then I went back in 2006. And when I got back into making movies again and started making some movies and doing some things and didn't stay, ended up back in Texas. It was just too expensive. I got to where I could live here and fly back and forth cheaper than I could live there in a one-bedroom apartment.
Who the hell wants,
So-
who wants to live here?
Yeah. So I could live here in my, big house with a swimming pool and a recording studio in the back and everything else for
Yeah.
less than I could have an apartment there, and just fly back and forth when I need to.
Try and get that in LA.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, no, but I love being in LA, and because I did live there for several years when I was really young, it still kind of feels like home when I'm there. So I feel very comfortable in Los Angeles. I know my way around. You give me an address, I know how to get there. I know it just well enough to, find my way around. And it was funny. I was doing a fly along with the LA Police Department helicopter division, and we were in the helicopter and we're flying around, and the pilots kept telling me where we were. I said, I know exactly where you are. I said, there's that, and there's that, and there's that. Right. I knew it as well as what they knew. It's like,
right.
I love it.
Yes, but I lived in LA when LA was heaven on earth.
Oh yeah.
Before it turned to shit. Back in we moved to California in 1949. Yeah. And in 1949, I remember we lived on Poinsettia and taking the Santa Monica trolley car.
Yeah.
There was a trolley car on Santa Monica Boulevard, and there were few people. There was no traffic, and it was immaculately clean, and everybody was civilized. You didn't lock your door. You didn't get mugged. You didn't get raped or killed or shot like you do now. It was a civilized, wonderful place to live. We loved it back then.
So you guys, this is Jeff Caperton. We have a second guest that we have to get to. Yeah. Jeff, number one, thank you so much for coming on and filling in. Lots of people are going to watch this because we had a regular conversation, like you were sitting in our living room and we were having drinks. It was a lot of fun.
You guys are very, 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 very close friends of mine. I love you guys very, very much. It's always fun to get to talk to you, whether it's on the show or just in our living room. So thank you for having me.
You're going to be sorry you did that underwear ad. Wait till I get it.
You want people to see that picture or not? Because if you want people to see
more work, dude, it's on posters it's up in. I've gotten calls. People have seen it in stores.
Oh, okay. Then I'll share it all over the place and get you some exposure.
I'm going to do a number.
Because it is a good
exposure. It's definitely exposure.
Wait a minute, Jeff. Did you see earlier my posters how they came alive?
I did. I saw those on Facebook before then. Yeah, I've seen them.
We're going to make that poster in your underwear come alive where you tear off your underwear.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. I don't think I'll let you do that.
And you swing a 12-incher.
I'll send it to you first.
I want pre-approval before it goes public. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you first.
No, I'm going to title the poster Palm Springs is Sweetie.
Yeah. Everybody follow Jeff on Instagram. He's at Jeff Caperton, Caperton. Jeff, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much,
guys. What made you do an underwear thing? You're not getting
paid.
Oh, you are. It's a commercial.
Yeah, it's an ad, and I
What was the underwear company?
It's been slow. Andrew Christian.
Yeah, he did it for Andrew Christian, which, by the way, is a big gay underwear company.
Big gay underwear, yeah.
I never heard of it. I'm not good.
Well, if you go to those gay stores,
I'll send you some.
It says Andrew Christian on
I got to look at that really close. Give me that.
Anyway, we got to go.
I'll give you some samples. You'll love it, Ron. It's very comfortable.
We should have stuffed it.
Oh yeah, right.
You should have put a cucumber in your underwear. It would have made it more exciting for people.
All right.
I got to tell you, for an old bag, you got a good body. Look at him. He's got a nice shape.
No, he looks good. You don't look your age.
How old are you anyway?
That was taken about 1.5 years ago, but it just went out last summer. Yeah.
How old are you, if you don't mind?
I just turned 60.
Very nice.
Yeah, you're like
60, 70,
fucking stud. You guys, Jeff Caperton is a stud.
All right, we gotta go. I have more fun with that.
We have to go. I know we gotta go though.
I do crazy shit.
All right, Jeff. Thanks so much.
Everybody, love you guys.
Can't wait to see you on our movie.
Yes. All right, everybody. Now we're gonna bring on our next guest. We went over 4 minutes, so we're coming back to him. Bring him on. Let's bring on Matt Axton.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, oh my God, what a deep voice you have.
Again, I can't help it. It comes with the DNA.
I love it.
Better to eat you by, my dear, said the little girl.
All right, so let me introduce you to my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, guy, how are you?
Hi, Ron. Good to see you.
And we have people in the chat room. Say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, everybody. All chatters out there.
All right.
Wait, that name is Axton, right?
Axton.
Yes.
Yeah, my sister's name is Anton. And
all right.
Anton.
So everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, Americana singer, songwriter, and legacy artist, Matt Axton. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Ron. Thanks for having me chat some music on here.
I didn't know that you would have such a deep voice. I mean, I've watched a bunch of your videos on YouTube, and I went through your old website, because I went to the wrong website first. You have an old website, and then I noticed that nothing had been posted on it since 2022. Then I Googled you and found the new website, which is fabulous, by the way. It's a beautiful website, very easy to go through. So you guys, Matt Axton is an artist. He's an Americana artist. Why don't you tell people what that actually means? Because I don't think a lot of people will know.
Well, I think the industry is still trying to figure that out itself, to be honest. I mean, Americana now is just an umbrella term for any kind of roots music, basically. So any sort of blues, soul, bluegrass, rock and roll, country, all sort of, intertwines in there. I consider Americana music basically a perfect mix of older lyricals and music styles mixed with modern tendencies.
I actually wrote down Americana, a mix of folk, funk, country, blues, and rock, which I think I took that off of your website.
Absolutely, yeah, a little, like I said, a mix of everything. My dad was an artist by the name of Hoyt Axton, and he sort of had the musical mentality of just make a good song. He didn't care what genre. And
that name sounds familiar.
He's super fucking famous.
Listen, I got to go through my file, which is 65 years old, 80 years old. Wait a minute.
Actually,
wait, what's the name?
Hoyt Axton.
Yeah, sure, I know that name.
So he comes from, you guys, from a musical, legendary music family. His grandmother was very famous. His father was Hoyt Axton, you guys, and I wrote some notes down about him. But you guys, he Three Dog Night had two really big hits, Joy to the World and Never Been to Spain. I think those are right. So that was done by Three Dog Night. He did the Pusher for Steppenwolf. And then the No No song was covered by Ringo Starr. And he also his first hit was called Greenback Dollar by the Kingston Trio. You probably know who they are. And he was an actor, which I didn't see actor on your resume anywhere. But you guys, I wrote down the Black Stallion, Gremlins, Bonanza, I Dream of Jeannie, and Growing Pains.
Just to name a few. I mean, he sort of songwriting was his first love, and all of his acting came off of some performance that somebody saw him, was like, hey, I got a spot for you, and that snowballed into a successful career as well. So he was one of those entertainers who just dipped his toe in every artistic pond he could find, basically.
Your father was a contemporary of mine.
Yes, he would have been, probably. Yeah. What year was your father born?
He was born 1938, and his career, so his first, Greenback Dollar was 1962. That was the first hit.
So he's 1940, so
he was 2 years older than I.
So you guys, Hoyt also has a famous grandmother, May Boren Axton. Did I pronounce it right?
Yep, you did. You did.
So she was a songwriter. She wrote Heartbreak Hotel for Elvis Presley. She also wrote songs for Perry Como, Patsy Cline, Wanda Jackson. I didn't actually know who that was. Wanda Jackson. Cline. And she gave many top artists their first break, including Willie Nelson, Blake Shelton, Reba McEntire, and Garth Brooks, which are like four of the biggest names in country history music. So you come from a musical family, and I read on your bio that you didn't really like you got to go and tour on buses and do all that stuff when you were younger, but you didn't really pick up a guitar until you were much older. Tell us a little bit about it. Sometime you were injured or in a hospital or something.
Absolutely. So I grew up, in a double legacy musical family. So music was always around. It was life. It was the lifeblood of everything we did. And I'm very lucky too that my mother was my dad's piano player and band manager and music manager. So it was from every angle and every side that music was always sort of around me. But it was never forced upon us. So I went into sports. I went into, I played basketball, was supposed to go play college football, ended up hurting my knee. And when I was laid up after surgery is when I picked up a guitar and took it seriously and really sort of came naturally. And I haven't put it down ever since 20 years ago.
Let me interrupt you. Where were you raised?
I was born and raised up in a little town in Northern California called Lake Tahoe or Tahoe City. So up in the high Sierra Nevadas. And but my dad always had a footprint down here in Los Angeles. My grandmother lived in Nashville. So we just sort of, I was raised on the road, but grew up in all those places sort of. But Tahoe,
you didn't go to El Rodeo School, did you?
No.
Or Beverly Hills High.
So wait, I want to
never lived in that neighborhood.
I want to go back a second. So you said you hurt your knee. So because we talk about knees a lot on this show, because I've had 4 knee replacements in one knee. Wow. Ron had a knee replacement, and he's having a lot of difficulty. And as soon as this show's over, we're going to get a second opinion at a new knee doctor. So what did you have to do to your knee? Did you have to get it replaced, or you just tore something?
No. So well, luckily in Lake Tahoe, because there's such a big ski and outdoor industry. They have some of the best
Really
knee
good
surgeons
doctor.
in the world.
Yeah.
So the first, I absolutely exploded my knee, ACL, MCL. The doctor said it was the worst knee he's ever seen. Sadly, they reconstructed it, and then about 10 years later, I hurt it again. So it's all my knee, but I imagine, very soon I'm going to have to be taking the let's figure out how to fix that thing talk.
Oh, try not to. If you don't have to do it, don't do it. It's the worst experience ever.
Did you ever know such pain in your life?
I mean, no, not when it first happened. When I was playing basketball, when it first happened, and my knee just sort of exploded. In that moment, I was like, "Oh my God!" It's sort of one of those earth-shattering moments where you're like, "I didn't know things could feel that way or not work that way anymore." So,
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Wait. After the
6'4" on a good day.
After the operation,
6'4".
I have to find this out. After the operation, when did the pain stop?
Well, so after the first one, like I said, there was a 3-month recuperation process. I had to stay off my knee on crutches for 3 months. And
Wow.
luckily, like I said, because I had such good surgeons, they did a great job on the first round. And I mean, it was pretty much, I was pain free. I'm one of those weirdos. I don't take pills or anything. I don't do like those trying to, pain management things.
Yes.
Which, so I sort of just deal with it a little differently. But it was pretty much pain free right away. Obviously, you have to build up the muscles, and there's little pointing pains. But I was lucky and sort of kept really massive pain away from most of that stuff.
So he had his knee surgery, and he had a bad reaction to anesthesia. So he had the whole knee replaced and was unable to take painkillers for any of it. So he did his whole recovery like you. He took a little bit of Tylenol once in a while, but he can't even take that because they're not good for him.
Yeah.
And it messes him up. So
I hallucinate, all right?
Oh,
I told my family one morning, my daughters and Jimmy, I just got off the phone with Sophia Loren. And she was so happy I called her.
Well, a free trip out of it. I like it.
Can you believe how and I believed it. Oh,
Yeah.
I was angry. I said, "You don't believe me, do you?" I really did. And then I stopped and I said to myself, maybe you didn't.
Actually, our last guest, Jeff Caperton, is in the chat room, and he wrote, "Della and the Dealer" was one of my all-time favorite songs, which I'm going to assume that's either your song or your dad's song.
That's a Hoyt tune. That's one of, so after my dad's biggest tunes were written, hits for other people, like you mentioned, Joy of the World, Never Been to Spain, The Pusher, the No No Song. Those were all big hits for other artists, but my dad had about a dozen hits that landed on the country.
Yeah,
and
Joy to the World was probably his most famous.
Absolutely. That was the number one
that song I remember.
I'm like retarded because when I saw Joy to the World, I was like, I was thinking Joy to I was actually thinking, no, that's not what it is.
No, I know the one.
I was thinking the Christmas Carol one,
No,
and then I Googled it, and then as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, that was like a staple, when I was young. That song was a staple. It was on the radio 50 times a day.
That song came out. Wait, that song came out the same time as Tony Orlando's Yellow Ribbon.
Did it?
Yes, it was in the same era. The whole
same era, maybe. Yes.
1971. So that was the number
Tony
one.
Orlando's a good friend of ours.
That's when Tony's.
I love it. So okay, so you're in
those were the two biggest songs that everybody sang. Everybody did the cover on them.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with Joy.
Joy to the World.
So you're in the hospital and you got a busted up knee, and what happened? Somebody brought a guitar in, and you said, "I'm going to learn how to play the guitar." Like, how did that actually evolve for you? That I'm going to become my own, musician.
Well, like I mentioned, music was always around. There's always guitars sitting in every corner of our house. I just didn't really focus on it as a young kid. It was just sort of there. So when I started plucking guitar at a younger age, in my early teens, right before my dad passed. He passed when I was 16. I call it rock stardom. It was just part of he was an Okie, so he never ate a vegetable his entire life. And he just grew up in that era where it was just sort of live free and wild and, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And, I'm sure he had a lot of fun in his 61 years.
Yes.
I won't ever blame him for that kind of stuff. But music was always around. So I started plucking on a guitar. My mom showed me a couple simple little tunes. And everybody learns, Smoke on the Water first, and you got to do Iron Man or whatever it is. And then I remember vividly my dad, the last few years of his life, he had a couple strokes, and he really wasn't active musically, couldn't play guitar anymore. And I had him, I was like, let's play a song together, Dad. And he's like, I can't. So I sort of lost the light right there for a moment. And then after he had passed, when the surgery happened, I started plucking again. And I was was like, this gap needs to be filled. Like, somebody needs to carry this legacy. Let's push it. And like I said, it came very naturally. So it was really easy for me just to start, connecting songs and writing at the same time and playing guitar. So I just ran with it. Really, it just felt good, and I'm going to keep doing it until the day I die.
I think if I read correctly, I think your father and your grandmother died, relatively close to each other, like in years, right? Like 2-year difference or something.
Absolutely. So it was in a very weird coincidence. 2 generations of my family, my uncle, my dad's brother, his only brother or only sibling, him and my grandma all passed in a 4-year period from 12 to 16, basically. So I lost, I was the youngest kid by quite a bit, about 16 years. So I lost both generations very quickly. So that's a big motivating thing for me to keep their memory and their music and their passion for creating community around art alive. And that's a big thing. Big motivator for me.
I know you play your own music. Like when you're playing, do you ever throw any of their songs in any of your sets? Because it's a different kind of style of music, but maybe you do them your way.
What's some of your songs?
Hang on, we're going to play one in a minute.
Yeah, you play Mill. Absolutely. We have to. number one, they wrote some fun, good tunes. So that makes my job very easy. And like I said, it's a simple way just to keep their memory and alive. And for every show is a little different. Like if we're doing a theater show, we tell a lot more stories. We give a history of sort of, Americana as a genre and the history of the Axton legacy. If we're doing a late night honky tonk, I'll give a little shout out to the song, and we just keep going. It's all treat every show a little differently compared to, what they need and what's going on in the moment. But we absolutely throw legacy stuff in.
One of their songs that you like to play a lot.
And we always do Joy to the World, right? We always end our shows with Joy to the World because you cannot beat that feeling of sending everybody out of the room with joy. Never Been to Spain is one of the most simple, easy songs to just play with people. If we've never played with them before, we just throw it at them. 3 chords, The Truth. Dylan the Dealer is my dad's biggest hit of his own, and a song called Bony Fingers, which was a big one. Those are just tongue-in-cheek country tunes, so we always throw those in if we're in the middle of a country set, I would say. But Heartbreak Hotel is always a great one too, because we do our own versions. We tweak them all a little bit to make them.
Wait. Go slow. I'm old. So your father wrote Heartbreak Hotel?
No, his grandmother.
Grandmother wrote Heartbreak.
Grandmother wrote Heartbreak Hotel? No shit.
Yes.
And that's how this whole thing started. In 1955, she wrote Heartbreak Hotel specifically to be Elvis's
No
first
way.
hit.
I never knew. And Elvis sang that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? He sang a grandmother's song.
She wrote for
can't
Perry
believe it.
Como, Patsy Cline.
I know Perry Como.
Yeah, of course you do. My mom used to play tennis with
Perry
Perry Como's daughter.
I didn't live far from Perry Como. He lived on Long Island where we lived.
I love it. So one thing I want to promote, because I want to say it now, and we'll say it again at the end, because you have an EP release, Same Old Story. Is that the name of the EP?
Yes, the name of the EP. We have
Hang on, it's February. It's on February 5th. Wait, just stop.
No.
It's on February 5th at Desert 5 spot in Hollywood. You guys, he's playing with his band Bad Moon. And Same Old Story is the name of the EP. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
How old was your grandmother when she wrote Heartbreak Hotel?
Well, this was in 1955, so I think she was in her mid-30s at that point.
Oh, she was young.
Yeah, she was young.
I'm
So
thinking grandmother like 80. I was going to say, how the hell did a woman that old write Heartbreak Hotel? No, she was young.
yeah. So because she was a PR person, she was basically the lead PR person for Colonel Tom Parker. And the only female in the industry at that time in the early 1950s. And she was mainly promoting Hank Snow, who was the biggest country artist on the planet in the early 1950s. And that's who Elvis was opening up for when all that, everything started building up. And my grandma, because of her promotion background, knew the head of RCA Records really well. And she went to them and she said, hey, this Elvis Presley kid, something's happening with him. Like, you guys should swoop him up before anybody else does. And they listened to her and they signed him to a big contract away from Sun Records. And after a few months, about 6 months, they were really worried because there was no hit yet. And they went to my grandma and they're like, well, you write songs and you got us in this pickle with Elvis. So how about you write him a hit and like get this thing moving? And so my grandmother and her songwriting partner, a guy named Tommy Durden, specifically wrote Heartbreak Hotel for Elvis to be his breakout hit. And it just happened to land and become, the iconic song that it is now. So it's
cool to have such a cool family.
I'm freaking out because that song was probably at the time, Elvis's greatest song. Oh, Hotel. Everybody had to imitate him. But yeah, that was amazing. Your grandmother wrote that song. That's really something to be proud of.
Oh,
I mean, really, I wear T-shirts my grandmother wrote. Well,
yeah, well, she told everybody in the world that she did it all the time.
You know, I learned one thing. A lot of songs they didn't play in New York because they felt the New York people wouldn't go for it. Then Elvis came along, and the music that we got was Elvis's music, which brought us into other music. But prior to that, we had a New York sound, and that was it. We didn't play anybody else's music.
Yeah.
So your grandmother wrote. She probably was one of the first pioneers to break that trend.
Absolutely. And like I said, Elvis was that, no matter what you think of him as a personal artist, he did expose R&B and
I mean, if you ever played country music in Brooklyn, would you get that fucking shit off? What
So what I did is I went through all your videos on YouTube and I picked out one I like. I don't know if you'll like it or not, but I picked out a song called Blue Sky Rain. So we're going to play it because it also has a nice music video, that everybody can watch as we're going along with it. So what I'm going to do, why don't you introduce it? So Rebel, we're going to play the one that says Matt Axton, Blue Sky Rain. You introduce the video for us. We're going to watch it. Then you hang on and we'll come back and talk about it.
Absolutely. This is the
Blue Sky Rain.
Blue Sky Rain. Yeah, the title track to my last album that when I moved to LA, the whole world shut down and I had to go make a music video and pretend to be an actor. And this is what came out. But title track to that album, and then the newest album is Same Old Story, coming out next week.
There you go, everybody. Blue Sky Rain. Wait, we're playing the video. Stop.
I know, but wait. I'm going to give you a question. Think about it, and when we come back, give me the answer.
All right.
Is your family a hard nut to crack, to follow?
Oh, hard. Yeah.
How do you feel about following your family? That's the question.
Okay. All right. I'll chew on that.
All right, everybody. Here it is. Blue Sky Rain by Matt Axton. Enjoy.
There's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain. There's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain, and I could not see it coming. Well, it was Tuesday when she said, I can't love you anymore. One chance is all I need. Come on, one more, baby, please. I will never forget you, no matter what I go through. Because at one time you were the stars in my sky. There's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain. There's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain, and I could not see it coming. Was a picture perfect romance. It was a quick version of the slow dance. Unique the colors, but the picture unclear. I know where I should be, and baby, it's not here. 'Cause there's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain. There's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain, and I could not see it coming. I said, carry me down slow, where nobody will ever know. Tell me what you meant when you said, I will never let you go, never let you go. I never let you go. I never let you go. I never let you go. Well, I have yet to meet a woman who does not play with the strings of my heart. I wish it was not so easy to pull to pieces and fall apart. But there's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain. There's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain. Well, there's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain. There's a blue sky rain rolling over the plain, and I could not see, no, I could not see it coming.
Yay! I want you to know that I got 7 text messages from people that are watching the show that are friends of mine that said they totally loved it, and everybody in the chat room loved it too.
Thank you. I haven't seen that in a while. It's interesting to watch my acting chops. And
no, you did great in it, and the switch, like in the 3/4 of the way through when you do the tempo switch and everything, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone's scared of bridges. It's funny, at live shows, I warn people, I'm like, we're gonna do a bridge in this song. We're gonna take a hard left turn. We'll come back though, don't worry. So I'm glad we can keep that, keep the
not that my opinion counts. Who gives a shit about my opinion? I'm not a fan of country music. I'm honest. I never was.
No.
But when Patsy Cline sings, I go out walking after me, I flip out. Your song I enjoyed. It's good. It's not shit kicking and nauseating. Like sometimes the country western people overdo it, and to my ear it sounds fake.
Oh.
That has a very nice sound. The music is good, even if you weren't singing. The music is good, but when you sing it, I liked it. I'm being honest. It was really very good.
Thank you. And trust me, I'm not a huge.
I think you got a hit. I think you have a hit there.
Oh, so
country people are gonna love it.
I'm getting text messages. Corvair was my very first car when I was 16. They love the bridge thing, though. Everybody loves the bridge thing because, nobody does that, and that's one of the reasons why I picked the video too. Because I was like, oh, that is so cool. Nobody does it. I don't think I've ever heard it done in any song ever.
Okay, so answer to my question.
Wait, I have another question before you go to that. So is Carolina Gutierrez a wife, or she was just an actor for the thing because she was gorgeous?
Just an actor. I think everybody should try it once to get a supermodel to be your wife for a day. It's very fun. My real girlfriend hated it though, but it's part of acting.
Oh, well, she's stunningly gorgeous. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks like a supermodel, and you guys look great together. And she has that one. There's that one time where she like lip syncs, like "I don't love you anymore" or something like that, and I was like, oh my god, the way they did that was fabulous. So you did a really good job with that. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for all that. Like I said, it was our first. I moved down here right in 2020, so the whole world shut down, and I had to try and be creative. We went out to Joshua Tree and shot that video and over a long weekend. So it was a very fun experience for me. I'm glad it still rings true a little
Yeah,
bit.
we live in Palm Springs, so it's close to Josh.
Oh yeah, absolutely, right down the
Chat
street.
room, they're saying
We
classic
had the earthquake
songwriting.
last week.
I'm a country girl at heart. Listen to country every day. Love your music. Keep going, Matt. Super chill. My vibe totally. So everybody loves it. So now you can go to Ron's question.
Okay. Okay, so your
Only
question.
because with such a background that you have, how do you try to keep up with that name? How do you keep your name as good as your father and your grandmother's? Is it frustrating? Do you worry? Do you fear that you're not going to be as good as they are? That's what I want to know.
I mean, a little bit of all that stuff, but in the end, it's a way, like I said, for me to keep them alive. Like that's the way I do. It's more of an honor to be able to carry their legacy than something I have to battle or shadow I have to walk in. And one thing, I think most legacy kids sort of go two ways. They either disappear from it completely and just separate, or they copy it. Like they just do a legacy, a legacy tribute aspect, which is both great. I sort of was able to sort of hop in the middle because I've a couple generations. I had support from my both sides of my family, my mother as well. She's still with us and still super active in music. She was a music professor of psychology and music history. So I've always had a different sort of twist on the way I approach it.
You're well trained.
And respect the aspect of, or the art of everything we're doing. And joy. Joy is an easy way to like sort of form all this stuff, no matter what show I'm doing.
Yes.
I know Patrick Wayne, and I asked Patrick that question.
Who's Patrick Wayne?
John Wayne's son.
Oh, okay.
I said, do you think you'd ever be what your father is? And he said, never. No matter how good, no matter how much I tried, I could never be better than my father, John Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel that way about your father?
Well, absolutely. I mean, one big thing is the era that my dad had his success with, era around art and music. And like I said, my dad was successful in songwriting and performance in TV and movies and voiceovers. He sort of went full force and had success in all those. I would personally just like to make music as my heart and soul, and I would love my music to be heard and be able to make a living making the best music I can. That is the most important thing for me. Like I said, my dad music was always his center as well, but he branched out because of also my grandma. My grandma was there to support him. She was his manager and PR person, so that helped a lot. Allowed him just to be the creative soul he was. And I'm trying to have to do it differently. I don't have any legacy support really. I don't have my dad, and I'll say it here, we're all friends. My dad did not take care of the end of his life very well, like a lot of famous people do. And I've never seen a penny of my dad's money. So I have to really keep his legacy alive with just his honor and his music and his blood, sort of. It's a lot different process.
But I believe in DNA.
Yes.
And we transfer DNA. You have your father's DNA. Therefore, he may not have given you money, but he certainly gave you the talent to have music. And that's far more than any money he could have left you.
Absolutely.
I definitely believe that we are the product of our parents.
Absolutely. And our experience in the world around us. And like I said, I am proud of everything we've done.
You're okay. I think you got a good head on your shoulders. You're not a doped up idiot like some of them. You know what I mean?
I think too, like that was one of the things that I noticed when I listened, because obviously I had to look up and listen to all your dad's songs, to make sure I understood what was going on. And then I listened to you. Then I listened to many of your songs because you can go to Matt Axton. What is it? MattAxton.com. Is that the website? MattAxton.com, you guys, or just Google him on YouTube. He's got all kinds of videos there. So I listened to a bunch of your songs, and that was my takeaway was this is a guy, who's musically talented, but he's not trying to he's not copying his father. It doesn't sound anything like his father's music. He's got his own identity. He's created his own, his own musical sound. And I think that's a big kudos to you because I think the easy way out would be to try to sound like your father and build off of that. So I think that what you're doing is fabulous. And we hope that your new EP, tell us a little bit about the new EP. Same old story, you guys. Again, the EP release is February 5th. At Desert 5 Spot in Hollywood with his band Bad Moon. Tell us a little bit about Bad Moon, and then also tell us a little bit about the new EP and what we can expect.
Well, thank you very much. And I would say nothing's easy in this industry.
Yes.
Nothing is easy anymore. It's such a different process now. everything's from the ground up. We are trying to grind as hard as possible and do it the independent way, fiercely independent. And so stuff like this, getting to talk to you guys, getting to meet people face to face and hear these fun little comments that fills my soul and keeps me going. That part is very, very true and straight. But the EP we're releasing next week is called Same Old Story. 5 songs, all singles we've released over the last year and a half, 2 years. And I just wanted to sort of give it a final good little push. And this will be our very first release since I've been in Los Angeles. A couple of the songs I wrote in the Hollywood Hills over here. So it's very, it's my love letter to where I grew up in Tahoe, small mountain town, in the big city where I call home now. And I want it to be sort of that perfect mashup. A couple country tunes, a couple funky tunes, and one right in the middle. And that's the way we sort of approach our music in general. Everything sort of sits in the middle, go left and right, go happy, go sad, but we'll end with a little bit of joy.
I love it. And so tell us about, so Bad Mood is the name of your band, or do you always play with them, or sometimes you're with them and sometimes you're not?
It's a mix. Like I do a lot of solo songwriter stuff as well. I travel, but mainly when we're on tour, I have my band Bad Moon, which is a rotating cast of characters. It can grow. It's usually a 4-piece on the road, but we go all the way up to 10 pieces. We get horns and background singers and keys, and every once in a while, I'm lucky I get my mom to still play keys for us. She's on all my albums, and so I'm very lucky in that way. I still get to keep the legacy and the family music going actively with my mom, which is great. But it's always rotating cast, always the best musicians I could find in LA. That's why I came here, to find people that wanted to grind the old-fashioned way and make good music and care about that.
We're friends with a lot of musicians.
Can you find musicians today that play music like 30 years ago? Because country music is as old as the hills. It never changes. It's the same music now that it was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Is it difficult finding people that can do it for you the way you want?
It is amazingly difficult. So I came to LA expecting it to be just this mecca of independent musicians who are ready, pulling at the chain to go do this. And it was crazy when I first got here, even though there was a couple of years of COVID-y time, I realized that there's almost no support system for mid-level independent artists down here. The only way all the best musicians I know, sadly, have gone into tribute bands and like event bands where they're doing cover songs, because it's the only way it's the only way they could survive and pay rent down here, which is a shame, because every one of them is like, I want to try and do what you're doing. I want to do original music, but I just can't take the risk right now.
We have a lot of music friends. Leland Sklar.
Yes, he played on a bunch of my dad's stuff.
Yeah, so he's the bass player. Yeah, you know him also, John Cougar Mellencamp. So he's been on the show a million times. Matter of fact, we're going to be in his new book where he shoots birds. He has these books that he puts out of famous people shooting birds. Scott Page is a good friend of ours. He's the saxophonist for Pink Floyd.
And the drummer, what's his name?
And
who we love a lot. I can't think of his name. The drummer.
I don't know, but I love drummers. Actually, we have a lot of drummers on. We've had like the drummer.
No, but the one particular
Bobby Blotzer from Rat has been on. I don't know. We have a whole bunch of we like music. So we've had Chicago, Earth, Wind and Fire.
And I've asked them that question.
Yeah, he asked everybody.
They said to me, Ron, music today is not what music was.
No, the industry is not. It's completely.
Kenny Aronoff. Kenny
Aronoff, really.
Friend of ours.
He's the funniest guy.
We also have. He's great.
We love him.
He comes on our Christmas show every year to say hi to everybody. But we've had we've had Kool and the Gang. We've had Lita Ford. We've had a ton of musical artists on the show, and so we're happy to include you and put you on our list of great musicians that have been on the show. You guys can follow Instagram is Matt Axton Music on Instagram. You can follow Matt. His website is mattaxton.com. And again, February 5th at the Desert 5 spot in Hollywood with his band Bad Mood. The name of the EP is Same Old Story. Check out his website. You can watch all his different music videos. And I also want to give a shout out to Matt Chasen. Matt Chasen, who booked this interview and set this whole thing up. Matt is one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest managers and just coolest guys on the planet. And he's a really good guy. He's given us some great guests, and he's just a good friend of mine. So we want to thank him for introducing us to you, to have you on the show. Wish you all the best of luck with everything.
I'm not impressed easily, but I was impressed.
Yeah, he's not impressed easily.
Today you impressed me with your credentials because, wow.
Thank you. Hey, like I said,
the titles you gave us are a joke.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, they're the biggest titles in the world.
I know, and that's
And
one of
so many of them.
one of the most motivating things for me when I'm doing this is hearing every show without fail, somebody comes up and tells me a story about seeing my dad or meeting my grandma or how they helped them in the industry. And that is, like I said, that is fuel for me. And that's what I'm trying to do, trying to support and create community around all the original music, which is so hard to do, but it takes people, it takes care. And I still believe in it. And thank you guys for giving me a platform to brag about that stuff.
You have a difficulty because today the music, they like that rap shit.
Ron doesn't like it. I like it. He doesn't like it. We got to go, though. We're out of time.
Rap is not music. It's speaking. And it's ignorant and it's stupid because the grammar is incorrect. At least you do music, and I thank you for keeping it alive.
Well, thank you. I do care about the words. I do like that. Maybe that's old fashioned, but I do care about that kind of stuff. And like I said, next Thursday the show's open to everybody. It's just 10 to 8 p.m. It's early night. So come hang out, come celebrate with us. And we'd love to meet as many friends as we can. We're all friends already. So
there you go. All right, Matt. Thank you so much.
Matt, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Jimmy, for your time. Hopefully,
great success.
Bye-bye.
Person. Adios.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning into the show. We're off to the knee doctor, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Jimmy,
This is MC Alfred.
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in the thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, wanna be Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.